Guys, back in today with another reaction to You and I Are Polar Opposites. This time it's season 2, episode 8, I think it is. Or episode 7. Was another great episode last week. Again, unfortunately, I just can never seem to remember the grey haired girl's name. Springer has a combo. Yeah, it was a really awesome episode with Tyra and her. Some really lovely moments there. Springtime, okay. Probably my favourite time of year, I'd say. I'm a big fan of you guys know I'm a big horror fan, so Halloween time is one of my favorite times of year as well. Just love the vibe. Yeah, spring, Halloween. Obviously, summer's really good. Yeah. Did we figure out who's like where in the new classes? Yeah, I'm not sure we did. The Nishi and Yamada. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I said this before, but when I was in high school, I would never do any homework or anything. But then when I got to college, I would always make sure to do everything as soon as possible. So when it came towards the end of the year, I'd always be one of the people leaving early because I'd have done everything. Annual pass. Wow. That sure is, isn't it? Well, never seen this. Oh my god, look at the sea lions, and that's really cool. I've never seen that though. Kind of weird. Oh, look at those. Jellyfish. Don't rush things, don't rush things. I bet you're loving this. Mostly so for the fact that she's so engrossed by all. Got space. Oh god. You sit with the people. Yeah, I was gonna say you sit with the people in the splash zone. Guess the only place left. Probably I'd just stand at the back, right? Yeah, not that comfy. Maybe you'd carry her back or something. I don't know why. It's so stupid. It always reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle City. There's a kind of similar duel to this near the start. I love a CR. I think they're cool as fuck. Do you know what rapidly increased in my estimation since I started watching anime? Capybaras. I love capybaras. They're somewhat aquatic, I think. They're a rodent, yes, but they love the water. Is that an eel? No? I don't know. The eel's like hiding out in the rocks. I like her outfit, by the way. I didn't mention this. Of course. Who wouldn't? Who's ever ridden a sea creature carousel? As I said, I think that would have been really awesome to, from his perspective, to see her having that much fun. Yeah, still quite formal. I'll leave that with you. Okay, Suzuki and Tani. What the hell? Their birthday or something? Okay. So, their birthday's my dad, I'm pretty sure. Oh. Got there before you did, Dad. I bet he's a little bit pissed at that. Yeah, I've been really liking the outfits today. I like her outfit here. How does that say? Big old back. Now, big old plastic sheet. I'm not sure he would have enjoyed that situation too much. Yeah, maybe. Suzukashi. Yeah. So this is crazy work from me. I've been watching Dead Demons DDD Destruction recently. I've literally only got a couple episodes left. It's 16:0, which I actually already watched a couple of years ago, and it made no sense. But I watched it in the wrong order apparently. Um, and episode 17, but the character designs are so weird. I think I'm getting used to it because I thought this was a person. I thought this amalgamation of the coat and this bag was a person. Um, with the black being the body and the brown coat being a ginormous fucking head. Because again, you'd probably see something like that in Dead Demons. Actually, you've probably seen weirder designs, honestly, weirder shapes of people's heads. So yeah, I guess I'm getting way too used to the character designs in that show because yeah, I thought, who the hell was that? I want ginormous head sitting next to her. Uh, Sanjobi Omedeto. There is something in the bag. How did that fit in there? Pretty cool. Never seen that. I mean, I've seen like the flasks, but a mug that does that. It's interesting. Sorry if I'm being. Oh, I imagine it's heat proof because I was gonna say sorry if I seem stupid, but would that not be a great idea? Would that be a not so great idea? Be better worded. Yeah, that's I really like her outfit. Big fan of that. That could never happen. That could never happen. All of you. Seems like it. All these new things starting. Maybe she's a bit worried. Legitimate worries. See, I was always a bit like that when I was younger. I'd always try and like, I don't know if I was just making excuses, but I'd always try and come up with things like this as to why relationships wouldn't work and such. It's like, oh, well, is he doing this? We've got this coming up. Like, I've always been a much more future focused person. And I think that's a good trait of mine, but that it also does come with issues like that, worrying too much about things that haven't actually happened yet. one of the big negatives is you could say I don't really live in the moment as much. Trying to plan and think about the future. I just live in the moment. I don't know. Care a little old 17 me. Has he not noticed that? Ah, she done that then. Kind of thought I might have just fell. Hey, Azuma, that's her name. Just her, hey? Just her. Keep blushing every time his name's been brought up. God, look at that guy. That guy's happy with his Sunday. Bro was just staring at that thing. Well, I think it's the smell of, isn't it? What was that tone of voice? That'd be a bit awkward for him, to be honest. Probably a good idea, actually. Thinking too much. Yeah, she makes some interesting points there, doesn't she? About the initial kind of. Yeah, I haven't looked at the all important Tanny. Happened a lot, lady. um, okay, these girls are in the same class again. That's nice to see. Um, yeah, again, she brought some interesting points there. I guess from a woman's perspective, it probably, probably do get into that mode of when a guy's talking to you, they're just interested in dating me. Like, I can imagine that be like as a guy, that's it's almost like the complete opposite of what you think a lot of the time. To be honest with you, oh, she's just asking for help because I'm the nice guy or something along those lines of like no romantic thing about her approaching me right now. I'm gonna say that's not like it's never happened, never will happen. Like nights out and such, that does happen reasonably often. But um, yeah, I guess you would have a kind of set of like expectations, kind of set premise on your relationship and this interaction, where she's really struggling, Tyra. It was a bit scary when she was like, "No, no, no." Like, that's not a great sign, but she's got to figure it out. And I think honestly, she's probably going about it the best way of just like, I don't know, overthinking it way too much and just clear the mind. Probably the best way of sorting out. So yeah, what are these classes then? So what do these mean exactly? A 3-1 and a 3. I imagine these are third year and then class 1, class 7. In my high school, it used to be there was I forget exactly how it worked, but I think there was set like 8 to 1, with one being like the top set, like the smartest people, the best people like that set, and then 8 being the worst. I'd always pretty much be in that kind of 5-4 kind of range, just middle of the range, except for maths. Where I was in set 2, I think it was. Um, but yeah, that was very much the exception. Pretty average at everything else. Well, average set everything else. I absolutely sucked at like English and science. So um, than the average sets, but I was probably actually worse than where I was put, to be honest with you. But the thing is, though, whenever the exam came, I'd always like. I think it's because I never truly like understood the subjects or anything. But I wouldn't say I've got like a photographic memory or anything like that. But I've always been like pretty good at like, just like remembering answers, like making it seem like common sense. An example would be like with driving test. I know nothing about driving, but I've been practicing some of the theory tests, and it just seems very um common knowledge, like logistic. Like I've passed it every time because it just seems just like common sense. I don't know. But Tanny's in a different class. Yeah. And Tanny's now in the same class as Nishi and the Mouth Girl. Kyra's in that class as well. Okay, so there's a bit of a mix up going on. I didn't quite catch which class Azuma's in. But it seems like Suzuki's in a class all by her own. Yes. Yeah, that's a bit annoying, but all of the couples are separated. Oh, these guys in different classes now as well. That sucks. So she's now in Suzuki's class. I walk past her. Quite. It's like weirdly thoughtful yet rude. Comes off rude. Again, even relatable in that sense. I feel like sometimes I come off rude when I'm trying to be the opposite. Hard to see. feel that. I used to think about that when I was a teenager, about how my friends seemed better friends with each other than me. It's best not to think about that stuff. July, don't know. It'll go away. It's at the end of your little load time. The spring in your step. Got a little spring in your step. That's the thing. It might genuinely just be like good, really good friends between them, but it still is really nice to see that, isn't it? Not the end of their time together, which seemed like it was only just kind of starting in a way. It was kind of ongoing for quite a bit in season one, but like this, it's quite a new thing for the two of them, or at least it feels that way. I don't know. But yeah, really good episode today. Really good episode. Classes are split more than I thought they would be. I kind of assumed it'd be a situation where it's like the perfect situation where everybody is in the same class, which would have been pretty cool to see in itself. But no, actually split up quite a bit. All of the couples are separated, and I'm not sure about this. I thought she was in the same class as Suzuki, but she might be in a separate class from everyone. Actually, it seemed like that was the case in the last year as well, but I don't know. Yeah, a couple really nice spring dates here. Really like the aquarium. That was awesome. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. As I said, just really good episode. Felt like a lot were covered as well today. Got a couple dates with Nishi and Yamada, which was really cool. Probably my favorite date. And then we had Tani and Suzuki here with the more usual kind of spring date with the cherry blossom and such, but still really nice little moments here. And again, the outfits today really stood out. I really like the outfits. Really, you don't see too many people dressed like that nowadays. I thought it was really really nice. But yeah, love the stuff with Tyra as well going on here. And Azuma is again apologies, but yeah, it seems like she's always kind of like somewhat separated. She kind of brought that up a little bit with her saying like her friends always like seem better friends, but not with Tyra. Tyra definitely. You're like, I feel like you're definitely his best friend. Um, I mean, I can't say that for sure because you don't see too much of him with the boys. Like, obviously, this is a romance focused show, so we're going to see more of him with um Azuma, Azusa, whatever her name is. Again, sorry guys. So we don't see too much of him hang out. Like we see them hang out, don't get me wrong, but I feel like closeness wise, these two are definitely like kind of best friends with each other. So you ain't got to worry about that too much anymore. But yeah, nice little spring and a step to end the episode. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Man, I can't lie, it's been a while since I've had that kind of feeling, but I do. That is a reminiscent feeling of having like a bit of a spring in your step when something goes well in regards to something like this. Kind of sad, but yeah, that feeling is pretty damn awesome. Yeah, again, thank you guys very much for watching, and have a good rest of your day.